Hello learners, welcome to this course of Basics of Pattern Making and Sieving. Today we will discuss the topic body measurement, which is second unit of your course. So today let us see what points we will be discussing in this session. So we will discuss measurement and its importance in pattern making, why body measurement and taking measurements is very important and how we will use in pattern making. We will discuss the body landmarks, what different body landmarks are there which we should follow while taking the measurements. We will discuss process of taking measurements for the bodies, for the skirt, sleeves and the trousers. So let us start the session. This particular unit, body measurement, will make you to understand the importance of measurement taking. Because as a student of designing, you should know how to take a body measurement, because the good fitted garment is all about taking the good body measurement and to learn the technique to take the accurate measurements. So from this unit, you will learn the importance and the process of taking body measurement. You will list and describe the guidelines for the taking of a body measurement. You can identify the body landmarks, how many landmarks are there in the body and what is the use of that particular landmarks in the taking of body measurement, and you can by your own perform the taking of the measurement and to perform a good construction of a garment. So learners, when we talk about the measurement for the garment or to develop a pattern, when we see in the history, all the garments, or in the previous time, all the garments were custom made, which was also mean as the tailor made, and the measurements were taken using the traditional tools till the 19th century. They used the traditional tool or method to take the body measurement. They use their palm measurements to take the measurement of the body, and according to that, they construct the garment. So these also include the measuring tape and the style tapes to mark the landmarks, or such as waistline or the hip line on the body. So the measurements were taken along the contours of the body by identifying the body landmarks carefully. So how we can physically perform, we can just feel the prominent bones on the body to take it as a landmark, and we can take the measurement of the same. So till date, this is the commonly used method for taking body measurements, and the body landmarks, which we'll talk in detail, are identified by the points on the body which helps in taking the measurements. So in the picture you can see and understand there on a dress form which is marked with a red style tape, which identifies the body landmarks on a human body which are used to take the body measurement for the pattern making, such as there is shoulder line, neck line, or the neck band is there, bust line is marked with a tape, waistline, hip line. All the landmarks are first identified and then we take the measurement of the same. So apart from the traditional method which were done by using the tape, measuring tape or the style tape, so apart from traditional methods in which we use the measuring tape or the style tape, anthropometric was introduced, which is the method anthropometric was introduced, which is a method or the precise method of taking the body measurements. So the tools which were used are referred to as the anthropometers, which is a standing tool to measure the linears like the height or the weight. We have the calipers, and the calibrated measuring tapes were used to measure the across and circular measurement of the body. So the method is very time consuming and accuracy depends on the expertise of the person. Like if the person who is taking the measurement is not expertise and don't understand the landmarks and the how accurately to take the measurement, that the measurement will be taken. If it is not correct, we cannot have a very good fitted garment. So apart from these, the recent technologies evolve use of 3D body scanning, which produce a 360-degree view of the object where the replica can be viewed. Like we have the 3D body scanning technology in the present, which gives us the 360-degree view of the object or the body for whom we are going to construct the garment, where we can get the replica of the viewed, which is rotated and measured on the computer screen. So with the 3D scan, analyze the body posture, body proportion very easily, and it is very time efficient and accurate method for taking the measurements. So these are some in traditional and the recent technologies which we use for taking the measurements. So when we talk about the measurement for the pattern making, it is very important element, as the fit of any garment depends upon the pattern used, which is developed by using the measurement, and which in turns are depend on the measurements which you have taken. So measurement taking, we can say it is a scientific art that should be done with great accuracy and should have double check. Like when we are taking the measurement, we should validate them, we should check it very properly, and then we should go with that measurement for the pattern making. So there are some body landmarks where measuring the body for the garment construction, it is necessary to have few key landmarks of which you should take the measurement, and from where to where you have to take the measurement. So there are two types of body landmarks. Those are actual point on the body, and those are horizontal circumference around the body. Both are used for measuring the body dimensions. So when you see this picture of a dress form, some landmarks are marked on the dress form or a human body, which are used for taking the measurement. So first landmark which we use is the center front line. Then we have the high shoulder point, lower shoulder points. We have the across chest. We have the bust point, waistline is there, hip line, crochet level, knee level, and the ankle point. So these are some important landmarks in body which are used for the construction of the garment. From the front view and from the back, we have the same measurement or the landmarks we use in every construction of garment. Then certain guidelines are there which we should follow before taking the body measurement, and if we follow these guidelines, we can have a very good and accurate measurements. The first thing, the person should stand the guidelines for taking body measurements. The very important thing to understand, if the certain guidelines are there which should be kept in mind while taking the body measurement. First, the person should wear close fitting garment, and loose fitting garment will not help you identify the body landmarks. Suppose a person for whom you are going to take the measurement is wearing a bulky or a loose garment. If you take the body measurement, you will not have the accurate measurement of his or her body. So the person should wear the close fitting garment, and if the garment is not fitted, it will lead to you with the incorrect measurements. So the person should stand straight with the feet placed together, and wrong posture, if he or she is not standing straight, will not give you the correct measurement. Next guideline which you should follow, take all the measurement closely but not too tight. Like if you are taking the round bust or round waist measurement, it should be taken with the accurate, with the ease of one finger or two finger, but not too tight. So all the girth measurements should be taken with the finger ease between the tape and the body. Next guideline is it is best to take measurement with a mirror at the back so that you can have the back view whether your tape which you are using is at the correct position or not, whether it is in a straight way or not. This will help you to see the back view also. That's why a mirror is kept at the back of the person who is standing. So this will ensure you that your measuring tape is parallel to the floor which you are using. Also ensure that while taking a vertical measurement, the tape is perpendicular to the floor. You should use a good quality tape which should either stretch or be stiff, because it should not stretch very much and it should not be stiff very much. So do not let the person look down at the measurement being taken. He or she should stand straight while looking front and then take the measurement of the body. Do not add any ease to the measurement taken. While you are taking the measurement, you do not have to add any extra margin or ease or any extra value to that. You have to take the exact or accurate measurement of the particular body or the dress form. Ease can be added while we are drafting the patterns. At that time, we can add the extra margin. So, it is best to follow a sequence and note down all the measurement what you are taking. So, sequence are there. We should take the horizontal measurement, we should take the vertical measurement, and then we should take the girth measurement. So, these are some guidelines which should be followed while taking the measurement. So, after you have understand the guidelines for taking the measurement, there are certain process of taking measurement. In that, sequence is there. First, we should have the girth measurement, then we should have the horizontal measurement, and then the length measurements. Girth measurement, when we talk about the girth measurement, what all type of landmarks or the body parts we have to measure. First, we have to measure the bust circumference, we measure the waist, we measure the hip, and we measure the neck girth. So, when we talk about the bust circumference, how the measurement taken, this measurement is taken around the fullest part of the bust. When you see the picture, you can understand the first mark point is the bust, second mark point is the waist, and third is the hip circumference, and the fourth point is the neck girth. So, the bust circumference, this measurement is taken around the fullest part of the bust. Ensure that the tape you are using to take the measurement is parallel to floor and do not slip down at the back. That's why you can have a mirror at the back so that you can see the tape is at its perfect position. Measurement is taken by inserting one finger into the hole, the tape, and no extra ease is to be added. Then waist circumference. The measurement is taken around the waistline, which is normally 1 inch above the navel of the human body. So, what you can do, you can tie a cord or elastic around the waist first and let it settle at the narrowest part so that you can have the landmark or you can have the mark from where you have to take the measurement of the waistline. So, measure completely around the waist, and to identify the waist level, take the subject or the person whom the measurement is being taken to bend a little sideways to feel the fold of the flesh, and then you can take the measurement. Then we have under this girth measurement, we also take the hip circumference, which is measure around the fullest part of the hip area of the body. Then in the girth, the fourth measurement we take is the neck girth. The measurement around the base of the neck covers the collarbone, ensures that you measure with the thick thread or not with the measuring tape, because measuring tape are slightly in the which has the width, but you can take with the measurement with a thread which is circular. So these were under the girth measurement. Second measurement process we have is the horizontal measurement. Horizontal measurement, in that we cover the across back. In the picture you can see and understand, we have the across back, across chest area, shoulder length from one shoulder to another. We have the across shoulder point and the bust span. So across back, when we talk about the across back, the back width measurement is measured from one armhole to the other over the shoulder blades, like from the back point or the back portion of the dress form of the body. We take the measurement from one armhole to the other over the shoulder blades. Then we take the across chest measurement. Across chest measurement for measure from one armhole to the another. In the front part, like across back, we have taken from the back part. From across chest, we take it from the front part of the body, which is approximately 10 centimeter below the base of the throat of, like when you touch your throat, the 10 centimeter below we take the measurement which is across chest. So this is an important measurement for the tight fitted garment. When we want to construct the tight fitted garments, we measure this particular across chest. Then we have the shoulder length. Shoulder length measures from the highest shoulder point, which is you can see when you see the body landmarks. We have the highest shoulder point where the neck meets the shoulder line. When you touch this shoulder line, you will feel a bone, and that is the highest shoulder point to the lowest shoulder point. So you can measure the shoulder length. We have the across shoulder, which measures from one lower shoulder point to the another lower shoulder point of the back of the body, from one shoulder to another shoulder. So take care that the tape is passing over the back nape of the neck. Then the next horizontal measurement we take is the bust span. Bust span measures from one apex point to the another apex point on the body. So this all takes under the horizontal measurement. Third type of measurement which we take is the vertical measurements. So in the body dress form, you can see and understand vertical measurements are very easy to take. We have the front length, center front length, center back length, highest shoulder point to the bust point, and the armhole depth. So front length, we take it from the highest shoulder point till the waistline, and pass the tape over the bust, like from where we want to take it from the till our design is demanded. Then we have the center front length, which measures from base of the neck to the natural waistline. So this measurement is taken on the center front body line. We have the center back length, which measures from the nape of neck to the waistline, and this measures on the center back line of the body. Then we have the highest shoulder point of the bust. Highest shoulder point to the bust measures from the highest shoulder point, as we discussed, to the center of the fullest part of the bust area, that is said as the apex part, from which is generally taken when we want to construct the upper body garment. Then we have the armhole depth. Armhole depth measures 2.5 centimeter down from the armpit, and it transfers this point to convert the back line. So next measures on the center back line from the nape down from the center back, and then mark the armhole level. So this is how we just measures the armhole depth. So all these measurements comes under the vertical measurement. When all we discussed were the basic measurement when we want to construct the upper body's garment. When we want to construct a garment, when we want to construct a sleeve, we had what all measurements we have to take. In that first measurement we take is the sleeve measurement. When we take the sleeve measurement, the person or the for whom we are going to take the measurement should stand straight with arm resting on the hip level. So you can see the picture and understand a person who is standing, he or she should rest his or her arm on the hip level, then measure from the lower shoulder point as we have marked on the dress form, lower shoulder point from where the sleeve will be attached to the elbow or to the wrist bone. So this is the total length of the sleeve we take. Then we take the underarm length for the sleeve. So underarm length we measure from underarm point to the wrist level. Then we take the armhole girth. Armhole girth place the arm in the normal rest position and it measures around armhole, like what is the circular part which of the sleeve. Then we also take the bicep circumference. In that, for the bicep circumference, we place our hand at the hip point and then measure around the bicep at the fullest part of the arm point of the body. So in the picture you can see and understand how we pointed out all the measurements we are taking for the sleeve. Then the fifth point is the elbow girth. Elbow girth means measure around elbow with the arm which is bent and kept on the hip point. Then we take the wrist circumference, which is very important when we are constructing a sleeve. It identifies the prominent wrist bone and measures just below around the wrist. So wrist measurement is important for the tight sleeve garments. Then last measurement we need for the sleeve is the hand girth. Hand girth measures around the widest part of the hand of the human body. So these all 7 measurements we need to construct a good sleeve. Then if we want to construct a skirt, what all measurements we need? So in addition to the waist and the hip measurement, which is very important, we also require to measure the following measurement or the levels. So vertical measurement for the lower garment are taken from the waist downward to required location. Like from the waistline, we measure the length of the skirt from where we want the length to be according to the design. It can be the knee length or it can be the ankle length or the floor length. So according to the demand of the design, we take the measurement starting from the waistline. So first measurement we take in the process of making a skirt is the high hip level. High hip level means high hip level is marked approx 10 centimeter below the waistline, like what our waistline is, which we have marked with a style tape. We just take a 10 centimeter below, and that is the high hip level on the body. So this level is used to create low waisted skirt or the trouser. When we want to make, we measure around the hip, high hip level, and which is taken for the skirt. So next measurement we take is the waist to hip level. So waist to hip level, we identify the fullest part of hip and measure from the waist to the hip point. Third measurement we take is the waist to knee length. Take the measurement from the waist to the knee length as marked in the picture. And last we take the waist to ankle length, which is from the waistline to the ankle level. So the main measurements which we need for a skirt is the waist level, a high hip level from the which we have to mark from the waistline. So these are the some important measurements we need for the making of skirt. When we want to make a trouser, what are measurements we need? In addition to the waist hip and the waist to hip measurement which we have taken for the skirt also, we require to have some extra measurement when we want to construct a trouser. So first we need a body rise or the crochet depth, because skirt it is in the circular form, but trouser we have to make it in a different way. So body rise is very important when we are making a trouser. So we should ask the subject, or we can, if we are using a dress form, we can measure, or if the dress form which is in the sitting position, or if we are measuring for a person, we can ask the person to sit on a hard surface and identify the waist level with a cord. Like if the person is sitting on a table or any hard surface, we can identify the waist level with a cord. Then next take the measurement from the waist level to the sitting surface. So because the trouser is meant very fitted, and if it is not taken measurement correctly, it will not make the person comfortable while sitting and when he is moving out. So next what you can do, make the person sit and then take the waist level to the sitting surface of the body. So this is how we take the body rise measurement. Then inside the leg length is very important. Inseam and what we can say, inseam is measured, or the inside leg length is measured from the crochet point to the ankle bone. So if the person is standing keeping his leg apart, we can take the measurement from the crochet area and to the ankle bone straight in the length wise. Then we have the outside length, leg length measurement. For that we can measure the outline seam from waist and over hip to ankle bone. So in the picture you can see and understand how we take the outside leg length. Take the measurement from the side seam of the body. Then we take the round knee measurement, which is very important when we are going to construct a trouser. So at knee level, measure around the kneecap, which is the fullest part of your knee. We take the round measurement of that particular part. Then we have the round ankle, which is very important to make the feel comfortable while wearing a trouser. So round ankle is important. Measure the around of the ankle just above the most prominent ankle bone. We take the measurement of that particular part of the ankle or the leg part. So this is how we take the measurements which are very important for making a trouser. So learners, in this session we discussed about the body measurement, why it is important, how you will take the body measurement to construct a good pattern and to have a good fitted garment. We explained the guidelines and the landmarks for the body measurement, which is very important to understand. We also discussed the process of taking measurements for the bodies, for the upper body garments, for the skirt, sleeve and the trouser. Hope this session will be beneficial for you. Thank you.